Hi guys, I'm Kendall. I'm doing my stuff over the American two-party system. So if someone asks how to describe American politics via colors, everybody would usually say red or blue. Not necessarily because our flag is red, white, and blue, but because we've always had a split to separate differences. From headlines to family dinners, it's all we talk about. America is one of the only places where politics seeps into our every conversation. From a young age, you are expected to choose one, stick to it, and defend it. It's like a vow you take to the government, a spouse that you can never leave, never shake, always here. I always wanted to arise the question, why are there only two major parties in this very big country with very wide views and very different views, I'll say. Some that don't conform to just one or the other. For over 150 years, the two-party system has dominated America, not just in politics, when it comes to the economy, everything. It seeps into everything. It is no longer a system, it is a way of life. This is because of a winner-takes-all election system. I'll touch on that a little bit more in the second portion of my speech, but it's exactly what you think, winner takes all. No matter who has the majority, the person, like, it's winner takes all. It's like the lottery, so to speak. So it begs the question, is the two-party system still good enough? This two-party system was originally rooted in stability and simplicity. However, frustration, limited representation, and feelings of being unheard by American citizens is bound to arise in a country that has constantly been dividing. Some will say because of the system that we've put in place. So why does it exist? The answer is in the structure of elections. The US uses a single-member district and winner-takes-all voting system. So whoever has the most votes wins. Political scientist Maurice DeBerger, in his book Political Parties, wrote, "The simple majority single ballot favors the two-party system." This also touches on DeBerger's law. DeBerger's law is essentially, it reiterates the winner-takes-all system. He also describes this to be because previously, in recent history, or as recent as his book was, not currently, there were high-stakes elections. I personally feel that the reason why we have this winner-takes-all mindset, nobody wants to vote for an independent party, a green party, a third party, is because in recent history, we have been choosing between one human right or the other. It's a very high-risk election time, and it has been for the last 10 years. It started off in 1852. This was around the time of the Chinese Exclusion Act, and that was the first on record, to my knowledge, that DeBerger mentions in this two-party system, winner-takes-all voting over human rights issue. And then it quickly became Roe v. Wade, the ICE conflicts, and things of that nature. However, some do support this. They have this if it ain't broke, don't fix it idea. So if you make too many parties, there's too many coalitions, too many decisions to make, too many people to make happy, it's just all a big mess. They appreciate the simplicity of it. Two broad choices, wider views. But there's conflict in this. A lot of you don't have wide views. Do you conform to one party or the other? Fully?
No, not fully.
Because it was a system that was built over, like 200 years ago? I don't think anybody can conform to a system that was built way before the ideas that they have were put into place. Everybody has intricate views. Everybody has different things that they'd like to support or be against, and it's not black or white anymore. American politics was never black or white. The Pew Research Center actually reinforces this thought. This was the research from 2023 to 2024. Most younger voters in our age range and above want more parties because they can't conform to one or the other. They're considered to be politically homeless because they can't find themselves in Democratic or Republican parties. This is actually very funny because there was a small little group of people that formed this independent party when we were establishing two-party systems after the American Revolutionary War, who couldn't conform to Democratic, Republicans, or Federalists, which is how we got Democrats and Republicans. And now we still have this small group of people who aren't happy with what's going on. Another Research Association Press poll of 2025 quotes, half respondents say the democracy is functioning poorly. As much as like people like to believe that this two-party system is what's upholding our democracy, some could argue the very difference. Because of this, both of these elections were following high-stakes election, 2023, 2024, 2025. They were following high-stakes elections, big upsets. But there is another issue with having more than one party. As much as it would be nice for everybody to feel whole and complete, researchers believe that multiple parties leads to no competition, which leads to low voter turnout, voter disengagement, because there's no winner. No winner takes all, nobody to have it all. But all in all, it just begs the question, where does this leave us? I'm not up here to argue if it's good or bad. I'm up here to question whether or not it still serves modern America like it once did. And lastly, I thought of a very nice tangent to go on, but I don't have enough time, so I'm just gonna leave us with this. We are currently living in the product of a system built long before us. Whether you think it should change or not is voters' choice. Whether you think it is a consequence or not is up to you and what you would like to do with your vote in the future.
Questions, Ms. Lane?
That was
Yeah,
awesome.
I was putting these up. I forgot. I don't be up here anymore.
Yes, it was awesome. Go on.
Just one question. I'm not sure, it's more of a comment really, but I'm sure you took AP Gov, right? And, or government?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, right. And so, I was talking to Ms. Bauer earlier about the electoral college, and we were discussing how even in our two-party system, like even the votes of the people almost don't matter. Because at the end of the day, the people who choose electoral college, and these are people we've never heard of and all these things, and you're talking about like a third-party element, that could be something pretty nice.
They put a system in place to make us feel more like a democracy, but then put another system in place, the electoral college, so that way we can actually have a say in who our representatives are.
Right.
So nobody actually gets representation, only the elites.
So to speak.
How did you prepare for this speech?
I really like politics. I want to go to school for political science, so it wasn't necessarily like I had to prepare for this speech specifically. I just had to tie all the information I already had into the research that I had found
And
because
put it
of
in
this
boxes,
speech.
yeah.
Yeah, I had to like put it in a box. As you see, I went over time because there was just too much to talk about. I wouldn't have enough time to scrape the surface of all of this.
Anybody else? Thoughts, comments, questions? Fabulous overview, though.
Yes,
Thank you
I
so
love
much.
it. You know,